What's up, guys? So today I want to go over the notorious 5 to 30 rep range you always hear me talk about. Now, you've heard me speak about the 5 to 30 rep range in previous videos and how this range has been proven to be optimal for hypertrophy, which it is, but it's not absolutely necessary technically. It's just optimal. Let me break this down. So if you were to do an exercise for under 5 reps with a heavier load, you're still applying mechanical tension to a muscle through a range of motion for a certain period of time. And though this period of time isn't significant, it's still time under tension. So you're still technically getting some type of hypertrophic benefit to a degree, just not as much if you were to lighten the load and up the reps. Also remember, the resistance load in this case is greater than the higher rep set resistance load. So it's unequivocally going to recruit more assisting stabilizer muscles in the process, potentially limiting the direct application of stress to the intended muscle. Now on the flip side, if you were to do an exercise for over 30 reps, you're still applying resistance to a muscle. It's just not as significant as if the weights were a little heavier. This would mean the amount of muscle damage from the resistance applied through mechanical tension doesn't really add up until you get higher up in the repetitions. And even then, you'd probably be better off just increasing the weight so you can apply a little bit more tension without wasting as much time and effort. But just like reps that are under 5 still contribute to hypertrophy to a degree, just because it's over 30 reps doesn't mean it won't have a hypertrophic effect. Think about if you did a leg press with just the sled. You might be there for 10 minutes going up and down, but at some point your legs would fatigue. Another thing to be cautious of here too is gauging your proximity to failure. It's a lot harder when you're at higher reps. So if you think you might have one more rep at 6 going for rep 7, it's probably going to be more accurate than thinking you have one more rep gauging from rep 23 to 24 because of the load difficulty. So typically newer lifters should try to stay in and under the 15 rep range for some time while they figure out where their failure truly lies, because they might stop at 17 when they actually had 23. So when it comes to rep ranges, I tell all my clients to find a repetition count that works for them in the muscle they're trying to work and is between 5 and 30. There are individual variables that play a role in this as well, like joint and connective tissue health, cardiovascular capabilities, assisting muscle strength, and the ability to push through metabolite and accumulation stress. But the range that you find that's best for you and works for the muscle you're trying to target is exactly what you should do. I personally have my squats in this training phase of 3 sets consisting of 17, 16, and 15 reps. And by the time I'm done with my last set, I can barely walk to my next exercise. Now, if I decide to increase the weight and decrease the reps, I'm asking for more of a load on my knees and spine. And for what? To impress the people around me and give me an ego boost? I'm okay. I'd rather make the best progress possible with limiting the stress to other areas so I can train in longer phases with less injuries and less wear and tear on my joints and connective tissues.